You got to go in there fighting. You got to go in there with the mind frame that when I come out, bro, it's going to be on a new level. We have a lot of, well, why God is this happening? And why God is that happening? And why is that person not in my life? Or, we got a lot of whys, but we never look at why. We never look at the things that's happening as God directing, protecting, loving, providing, guiding. Like these are things that we never look at. We just look at, why is it not what I want? Why is it not happening in my time? Why is it not happening as quick as I want it to? Why is it taking so long for me to be married? Why is it taking so long for my business to just take off? Why is it that every time I turn around, I have this issue and that issue and this problem and that problem? Maybe your why is your solution. Maybe your why is your is. Because if you look at it like this, if you look at your why you're not, let's just go in order a little bit. If you look at why you're not married, why he or she didn't work out for you, because in God's order and his plan, that was not the best person for you. See, God knows our life. God knows what's going on down the road. Maybe that guy or that girl was going to be abusive. Maybe that guy, that girl was going to put you in a financial bind. Maybe that guy, that girl was going to cheat on you or sleep around on you, and he just didn't want you to be in those situations. Maybe when you think about your business, not just scaling off the rockets, man, and you just at the top of the line, because God is like, well, if we do the steps, you can learn every point of your business. So when this employee walks away, or that manager walks away, or that person that's doing your books walk away, you know how to do it yourself. Why is that person gone, God? I don't understand why that person. I was such a good friend to them, and I was such a good sister to them, or brother to them, or family member to them, because their intentions may not been what you thought they were. Because he seen the destruction that was going to happen later in that relationship with those people. God, why am I going through these situations? I don't understand why everything just keeps happening to me. Because it makes you stronger. Because if you ever have that situation again, you will know how to attack it. You will handle it different. You have the knowledge of what it is. You can help somebody else that's going through that situation because you've already been through it and overcame it. See, that's the thing about situations, man, is like you go through a situation. You feel me? You go through a situation. You're not you're in it to go through it. The word basically through is to get to the other side. Just like, for instance, let's say this. You say, here comes a tunnel. I'm about to go in it. When you on that phone, you say, man, look, I'm about to lose you because I'm about to go through a tunnel. And why do you say through it? Because you're like, when I get to the other side of this tunnel, when I come out, I'm going to get reception back. So hold on for a minute. I may lose you, but hold on, because I'm about to go through something. And when I get to the other side, I'm going to be able to speak to you again. That's just like situations in life. Thank you, God, for that. That's like situations in life. You don't always look at when you're in it, because when you're in the tunnel, you're looking at the other side. You're like, man, when I get out of this tunnel, bro, I'm back on this phone. My radio station's about to come back on. Everything that I had on before I got to the tunnel that was working, when I get to the other side of the tunnel, it's about to be working again when I come out of it. You see what I'm saying? It's not when you in it, it's when you go through it and when you come out on the other side. So we got to start looking at our situations instead of saying, "My God, man, what is going on? I'm just stuck here." Instead of looking at that you stuck there, start looking at it, man. When I come out this joker, you got to go in there fighting. You got to go, God, man, what is going on? I'm just stuck here. Instead of looking at that you stuck there, start looking at it, man. When I come out this joker, you got to go in there fighting. You got to go in there with the mind frame that when I come out, bro, it's going to be on a new level. I know where I'm at right now. I know where I'm sitting at. I know what my situation is right now. But when I come out, it's going to be on something different, bro. Because at the end of the day, man, we're going to have these things. We live in this world. We still have the enemy. We still have evil. We have an evil plot against our lives. We have an evil plot against our spirit and our soul. But the thing is we got God, man, that we can hold on to, man. So when we come out of that thing, he's with us. Yeah, he's like, yep, we ran in, got poor reception. Let's listen to that song, man, bobbing and weaving. Now we got to listen to Static. But when we come out, we coming back out the same way we went in. And the crazy thing is you don't come out the same way you went in. See, that's the thing with the tunnel. You go into the tunnel with the no. Let's scratch that. You may go into the tunnel with a certain song playing, and you may come out of the tunnel with a different song playing. Because if you was listening to the radio didn't stop while you were in the tunnel. So that's just like your life. Your life don't stop while you in the tunnel, bro. It's still going. So when you come out, you like, oh man, I didn't know that song was gonna be on. Dang man, I done missed a whole few verses and chorus and everything. It's a whole different song. A whole different part of the song playing now. That's like your life. You go through something so you get to a whole different part of your life. You gotta you gotta walk in expectancy that God is gonna honor his word. Don't question it. Go in with the God, you said it. I'm willing and obedient, God. I'm doing what you asking me to do, God. With expectancy of your word and what it said to me. That's trusting God in every part of your life. I don't think God get mad like, are there in expectancy of what I said in my word? I don't think he gets mad. He's like, oh, they trust me that much? Boom. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. That's all I was looking for. I needed you to trust me. I needed you to believe what I was saying. I needed you to take yourself out of it and let me take control of the wheel. Because when you see my way, you will be blown away. And I didn't even mean for that to even go in that phrase, but hey, that's how I see it. God said, when you see it my way, you'll be blown away. I could tell y'all everything in my life is not the way that I thought it would turn out. I'm not on top of the world, you know what I'm saying? But my expectation, my outlook on life, the way that I feel that God can shift and change things that I'm just like, okay, well, let's just ride it. Because at the end of the day, what you got to lose? With faith, what you got to lose? It's either gonna work out or it's not gonna work out. But if you don't drive, it's never gonna work out. If you don't get yourself in there with God and be like, hey, look, regardless of what it is, we own it. Because then you're saying, I trust you with everything. I trust you with everything, God. You know, that's why I even do these podcasts. That's why I even do this, man. It ain't for views, it ain't for likes, it ain't for none of that. I told God a long time ago, man, when I was in certain situations that I had going on in my life, especially when I was paralyzed. I said, God, if you bless me to get be able to walk again and be able to operate again, God, in normal life like I should, and don't leave me in this chair. That I want to go to the highest mountain and just scream my testimony. And I've been putting this type of thing on the back burner for a long time because I felt like it wasn't something that I was that I could do, that that God, that I even can't think of the word that I'm trying to come up with, but I didn't think I was deserving to be able to do it because I had done so many different things in my life that was just not right, you know what I'm saying? And just off the path, you know what I'm saying? So I just like, all right, I'm not perfect. I didn't, even if I wasn't perfect, I still wasn't doing a lot of things the right way to be able to even do this. But God always reminded me, He said, man, that don't matter, because what I have you doing, it's not consistent of what others think. If you are, if this is for you, like nobody can make that decision. So don't worry about if people think if it's real, if people think that you're being genuine, if people are going to be accepting of it. um don't worry about it. You just do what I've asked of you. You just do what you hear me saying, you know? And that's the goodness of God, is that when everyone else is giving up on you, everyone else has said whatever, man, he's done. It's when God is working on you the most, man. It's when He's like, "Yep, that's what you think." Because God is a surprising God. God is a very surprising God. God is a God that you can think something is trash and it's done and it's over, and God could shape and mold that little thing, man, and set it right back out there and say, "Look at the new one." Yeah, the last one you seen was tore down, beat up, struggling, depressed, done, on the midst of suicide, just going through the troubles in life and the worry, broke down. Yeah, the last one that you seen looked like that. But look what I can do. Now look at the one. Looks different, don't it? Acts different, don't it? Talks different, don't it? See, that's the thing about God, man. That's why I really don't scale my life over what people think. Because I'm like, my God and done so much stuff in my life, man. I'm just like, dude, I know you're capable. I know that you don't give up on us like we give up on ourselves. You don't give up on us like other people give up on us. You always see the good. You always see what we can become. You always see what we are. And that's what I love of you. You know, that's why I said willing and obedient. It's not unwilling depending on what you're asking. It's I'm willing to do what you're asking. Set yourself apart. Be different. People don't like you for being different. It is what it is. They ain't gonna like you for not being different. They ain't gonna like you if you serving God, if you ministering the word, if you whatever. It don't matter what it is. If they choose to not like you, they not gonna like you. If they choose to talk about you, they gonna choose to talk about you regardless of what you do. You cannot fit in everybody's category. I was telling the guy the other day, I said, man, I don't want to be in the crowd because if I'm in the crowd, I don't know what everyone is doing around me. I'd rather be outside of the crowd so I can see everything that's happening. Because if you in the middle, 4 rows back, you don't know what that man is doing or his intentions or what he's saying because you're in the midst of a crowd. A lot of confusion, a lot of noise, a lot of stuff going on around you. So you're looking and you're trying to make yourself blend in so you are not the one that stands out like a sore thumb. But I want to be the dude that's on the outside of the crowd while the crowd is over there doing everything. They looking over at me like, what is he? Why is he over there? What is he thinking? Why is he not part of this? Like, because that gives you the ability to be able to speak yours. If somebody wants to know something about you, you're able to give them your story instead of the crowd story. Because believe me, the crowd story is going to change as it goes from one person to another person to another person. That crowd story is going to change. But if somebody comes directly to you, they're going to get the true story. They're going to get the real. They're going to get whatever comes out of your mouth. Now, that's depending on if you want to tell the true story, you want to lie about it, but that's coming directly for the mule's mouth at that time. You don't have to worry about anybody else painting your image. You the one can paint it. You the one can make these choices in life of what you want to be, what you want to do. But you have to choose, you have to be you have to choose the right path, man. You have to choose the right tour guide. You have to choose the right Uber driver. You know what I'm saying? You can't just jump in the car with anybody expecting them to take you to your destination. You ain't check no reference checks. You ain't got no background on him. You just like, oh, he looks like he drives a blue Honda, and my Uber driver app says that he's a blue Honda, so I'm just gonna get in this car. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who's driving that car. You need to make sure that the dude that's on the app is the same dude that's driving that car. Because at the end of the day, don't let everybody depict your destination. Don't let everybody be your tour guide to show you the ways of life, to show you around in life. You got to get the one that cares enough about you and loves you enough that they're going to protect you and show you the right direction and make sure while you're in the car with them that you have your seatbelt on, that all the safety features work, everything is good, and they're conscious and they're taking you through life with a plan. See what I'm saying? That's why we have to be we have to line ourselves up with God, and we have to trust him in the way that he fulfills every area of our life. Because I can tell you right now, you're not going to go walk out your job, walk out your house, walk out your church, and just get in the car with anybody who's driving down the road because you don't feel safe. That's why I say you got to do the same things in your life. You can't let everybody be the mediator. You can't let everybody be the narrator. You can't let everybody be the instructor and direct your life. Well, he said this on Instagram, and he said that on Facebook, and this one said that on TikTok. Man, this must be the way for me to do it. No, bro, like it ain't. It sound good. A lot of stuff is lies, bro. Like a lot of stuff is presented in front of you because that's the way they want you to see their life. And then you jump right in. And then you be like, man, I took my $5,000 or whatever and put it right into the same thing, and I lost all my money because you didn't. You went with what someone else told you. Slow down. And that was just me just talking on a tip that whatever somebody else is doing or directing or saying this is the way, this is how you can do this is how you can get there, and this is what you got to do, man. If you be more like this, you look more like that, you do it just like this, you'll be okay. Start taking that stuff out your head. Start having some control over over what your decisions are, man. You know what I'm saying? Sit down and take a little bit of time. Life is only going as fast as you letting it go. Slow down. That's why I like the word. That's why I like talking to God. That's why I take my time out to spend with him, because I'm like, that's my slow down time. That's like God don't rush me. We rush him. Jump up, give a 5 minute prayer, and be gone. I did it for the day. I'm good. God, you heard me this morning. And your 5 minute prayer may have been everything that you wanted to ask for and then give thanks one time for anything that you got. It was all can I, will you, Lord, please. Instead of saying thank you, I turned my prayer from Lord, will you to thank you. Thank you for things that you are going to do. Thank you for things that you've done. And I leave it at that, because I don't want him to think that I'm not grateful for what my expectation that he will do, and I'm not grateful for the things that he's already did. See, my thing with God is I don't want him to think that I'm using him. Like he's my spiritual credit card. You know what I'm saying? Swipe it when I want to use it. Overdraft the account. Oh, max that one out. Let me go get this one and do that. No, 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 no. See, my obedience is me paying down the rate on the card so I can use it again. So I can see his blessing again. My obedience is giving back to him so that he will hopefully open up another door for me. So, guys, I'm going to end this podcast with this. We have to trust God more than we do. We have to be more obedient of what he's saying to us. And if you say you can't hear him, then read his word and be obedient to his word so you can get that relationship with him so he can be able to guide you much better. It ain't just being willing. Willing is a word that you will do. It has no action to it. That's a future tense thing. I will do later. But you have to put action behind it. And that's by being obedient to what he's telling you to do. And by being obedient, that means you are doing what he's telling you to do. Don't be unwilling depending on what you're asking. Like I said, be unwilling to do what you're asking.